The council chamber's vaulted ceiling arced above tens of thousands of glinting crystal spires bearing the sigils of hundreds of civilizations. On a raised dais at the front, 6 delegates from the council's founding members sat in ornately carved seats, each draped in the colors of their home world. At the center of the chamber stood a solitary figure, Ambassador Clare Reigns of Earth. Her dark, precisely tailored suit a stark contrast to the garish colors of the council elites. At her wrist, a sleek Pip-Boy console lay ready. With a slow, deliberate motion, High Chancellor Xanther rose from his throne.
"By Founder's decree,"
he began, the chamber's acoustics magnifying his voice until it rolled over the assembly like thunder.
"Earth is expelled from this council and barred from all galactic affairs."
A collective intake of breath rippled through the crowd. The delegates started nervously talking amongst themselves. Xanther allowed a few moments for the announcement to be processed by the assembly, then raised his hand for silence.
"All Terrans must return to your system and remain there. Humanity's arrogance ends today."
Claire's gaze scanned the room. It was obvious that most delegates opposed the founder's decision, but fear kept them mute. Her eyes returned to the 6 leaders in front of her. She inclined her head slightly toward the dais and said, voice calm and even, "As you wish." With that, her fingers brushed a tiny inset on the Pip-Boy. A single crystalline chime rang out. The council notices nothing at first, but across 1,000 star systems, the impact of their decree was being felt. Starships deactivated and fell into a silent drift. Quantum relays froze, ending faster than light communications between worlds. Fusion regulators sealed themselves shut, plunging entire worlds into darkness. Then the council experienced the change. Overhead panels in the chamber flickered, then went off. Data tablets suddenly went dark. Even the chancellor's levitating throne shuddered, plummeted, and struck the floor with the clang of junk metal. Drax, the reptilian founder, hissed,
"What have you done?"
Claire's lips curved in a slow smile. "I merely followed your decree." She walked towards the 6 founders and began speaking as if given a lecture to students. "The Council has extensively used our creativity and ingenuity to improve technology for all galactic citizens. Humans built the technology that powers your ships, your stations, your colonies, quantum cores, fusion regulators, AI matrices, all designed and maintained by us." The bird-like Haxilon delegate screeched, a threat display that rattled the rafters as his iridescent feathers splayed. "This is an act of war," he shrieked. "No," Claire replied flatly, unfazed by the outburst. "This is just Earth's tech support, ending your service contract." Through the panoramic windows, distant constellations flickered as ships powered off one by one. Defensive grids winked out, gravity plating collapsed and sent startled aides tumbling into the air. Galactic civilization itself was unraveling. Xanther fumed, panic cracking his once imperious tone. "You can't do this to us." Claire straightened, her eyes calm pools amid the chaos. "We have done nothing to you. You did it to yourselves," she said. "You exiled us to be prisoners in our home system and revoked our council membership. We are simply reciprocating by revoking your warranty." She flashed a slight smile as she added, "Besides, how can an exiled species barred from interacting with the galaxy maintain your systems anyway?" Her Pip-Boy's display blinked a single word, engage, above a large verdant button. Claire's finger hovered over the device on her wrist. She looked directly at Xanther, widened her smile, and said, "Enjoy walking home," as she pressed the button. A shimmer of blue light briefly coalesced around her, then in a flash, she vanished. Realization dawned across the assembly as her final words showed the magnitude of the mistake the founders had just made. Pandemonium broke out throughout the chamber. Delegates tried shouting at one another, but their translators sparked, sputtered, then died. Without Terran firmware, even face-to-face communication between species broke down. Members simply turned as a collective body and glared at the 6 figures solely responsible for this catastrophe. For the first time in millennia, the Galactic Council founders faced the assembly in complete, terrifying silence. Light years away, Earth's hidden fleets awoke. Secret Martian factories began ramping up construction of frigates and freighters for Earth's new trading fleet. Luna's command array hummed to life. Humanity had anticipated the Council's draconian plan and were ready. While alien starships powerlessly drifted through space, Earth dispatched ambassadors to every non-founder world that had opposed her exile. They carried invitations to join with humans to form a new government, the Galactic Alliance. Only one requirement for membership: no assistance could be provided to any of the founders' worlds. They would get to fully experience the exile intended for humanity. Earth's delegates discovered that alien species were eager to shed the oppression of the Galactic Council. Each civilization that joined the new alliance saw its power grids restored and fleets operational within hours. One by one, Stellar networks blinked back on in gratitude as the galactic grid reactivated. Within 2 standard weeks, nearly every non-founder species had joined the alliance, eager to start working together. And so dawned a new age of cooperation, prosperity, and peace.